Hey people, Indrid here, 2v2, Calderis Refinery Blue Team. It's double Warlock time, dice roll here, and we have Farnir. These guys are melee spellcasters that leap into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Up against, on the red team, it's double Chaos Lord, the King of Pythons, and this is Zevargel. These guys walk through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. They're durable and destructive heroes, already breaking stuff here. Warlock of, is this Farnir? Yep, sprinted to the mid to grab the VP. Seems like it's going to pay off. No harassment coming in. We have the Zevargel on the red team, looking after the two natural powers on the east side. So it's going to be dice roll looking after blue team's two natural powers on the west side. Are we going to see early pressure here from this Chaos Lord? No, they're backing off. Got CSM into some more heretics for King of Pythons. There's some corn worship to get those guys into the field quicker. Warlock is now going to try and find some heretics to destruct her, I guess. Some capping over there. Boom. Holy crap. Poor bastards. Are they just going to back off now and heal up? They're going to lose models really quickly. Got some Howling Banshees on the field for dice roll. King of Pythons goes mid. Decides not to pressure the west side. Might be trying to pincer Farnir, but Farnir's gone wide. Banshee's here too. That was not a kill of the week. That's a kill of the week though, and it completely misses. Meanwhile, CSM being tied up and heretics run. King of Pythons is alone, and here's the flank from dice roll. Destructor on the heretics is good. Kills a model as well. Now King of Pythons might get pincered pretty badly. Doom blast and run for the heretics. They get rid of the banshees, taking two of them out too. CSM getting tied up. Heretics dying in droves as they flee. Did they get a CSM model? Not yet, but that one is straggling. Banshees might turn and get him. Oh, they couldn't get any attacks off. Got away pretty good there, King of Pythons, actually, I think. You got some, not Raptors, Havocs on the way for both of those Chaos players. And Rangers with a Guardian weapon team for dice roll. Rangers for Farnir. Warlock taking back the mid. Chaos Lord of King of Pythons on the western VP now, which is natural for the Eldar. Here's your Havocs, supported by that +2 speed corn worship, of course. Nice worship to have for a setup team. Mobility not typically their strong suit. Forcing off the Banshees with some suppression. Chaos Lord taking tons of Shuriken catapult fire as he gets close there. Almost goes down, actually. We've got some aspiring champion heretics. Havoc staying back now. For now, it's a good destructor hit again for Farnir. Meanwhile, what is this Warlock up to? Going for some cheeky decaps maybe back here, but they get caught by aspiring champion heretics. Havocs of King of Pythons in the mid. The aspiring champion on these guys really helps you survive those destructor hits. And it's not like it can wipe you from full health or anything, but it severely weakens you for fights if you don't have that aspiring champion to buff the health. Pushing up for grenades, I think. Yep. Zevargel saw it coming. Rangers getting a little bit close though. They've backed off. Grenades going in again. Kills two Havoc models. Here's the big melee blob of King of Pythons. That's quite nasty. Double aspiring champion heretics in your lines. Banshee's barely getting out. Lots of damage on the Chaos Lord though. There's a Shuriken cannon for dice roll into some more Rangers here. CSM of King of Pythons have dropped a model. The Havocs of Zevargel seem to be repositioning here. Getting a little bit closer maybe. Oh, closer than I thought. Right up on the VP. Destructor, did that hit? They've taken a bunch of damage, so I think it hit. They do have grenades ready. Well, one grenade ready here. Dice roll for those heretics as they close the distance. But the Shuriken was enough to get them out of there. Pythons now has the Dark Halo. Anything for Zevargel? We've got the Combi Flamer hanging out in the mid and shooting up the Warlock. No war gear for the Warlocks yet. They've spent a bunch of power on these Rangers and Shurikens and starting to get upgrades and stuff as well. Aspect of strength in here. No aspect for Farnir's Banshees though. This could be a big fight. Zevargel getting caught between two Eldar players. Lots of fire from the Immolates. Grenade nicely timed on those heretics. Even though they retreated immediately, they still dropped 4 models off that. That was a kill of the week, I think. And it completely missed, and down goes the Chaos Lord. Might get revived from there. Now they're trying to pivot onto a power bash, both of those Eldar players. Havoc's taking ranger shots as well. Banshees are decent power bashers, not great, but decent. All those power melee attacks coming in can do some work for you. Grenade launcher heretics now for King of Pythons, and these days, of course, the aspiring champion still and gets a bolt gun. That still weirds me out to see him carrying a bolt gun, but I like the change. 4-1-1 to 4-3-8. Grenade barrage. Grenade goes in. Ouch. It's a nice grenade. Bunch of dead heretics there. Oh, it's double grenade launcher heretics for King of Pythons. Confident the Havocs and the Chaos Lord itself can deal with the Banshees, I guess. More plasma grenades going in. Meanwhile, in the background, we're seeing the Warlock trying to close the distance under suppression is Farnir. Chaos Lord of King of Pythons now has a combi flamer of their own. Zevargel still down, of course. Pythons just trying to clear the area first. They're doing a decent job. These guys can't stop the Chaos Lord by themselves. Gonna get the revive and maybe a level. Should get a level. Farnir with some sliding rangers right now. Setting up to shoot, of course, with their sniper rifle. Oh, they're shooting at the webway gate here. The healing aura that the Warlock webways have. And Zevargel's Chaos Lord is back up. We got bloodletters on the way for Zevargel. The first player to get tier 2 rolling. King of Pythons still in tier 1. Dice Roll and Farnir have started their tier 2s. In fact, Farnir hitting it now. Nothing was queued up though, looks like. Expected to see a Falcon, but no sign of it. Are they waiting for a Wraith Lord here? 409 to 402 on the VPs. Power bashing though are the Eldar. They have rotated onto this side quite a lot, and they've dragged Chaos over here. So Chaos haven't really, I don't think, been able to get close to these gens, although they're not full. So did they bash over here? There's a heretic. Maybe they did bash and I just didn't see. Pythons does go tier 2 eventually. There's some corn worship. Bloodletters teleporting in. These are demons with power melee weapons and they really hurt. Can teleport, also phase out of existence. Swords perpetually on fire, which is fun. Who's this? Flank by Farnir. Oh, dice roll, sorry. Gonna get them mixed up a lot, I guess. Banshee's dropping a model. Bloodletters terrorizing these lines. Chaos Lord not far behind them. Aspiring Champion Heretics, I think, are going to be finished off. They're not shooting them. Now they are. Rangers get the last hit. Banshees yell and run. Chaos Lord doing some good work in there. Yeah, it's been a pain in the arse. Both of them have. Seem to be dealt with early through just sheer weight of fire, but last few engagements those Chaos Lords have been a handful. Any war gear for these Warlocks? We have Warp Throw on the way for Farnir, and it is a Wraith Lord for Dice Roll. Warp Spiders on the field already for Farnir. Getting their Exarch, already have aspect of the Warp Spider. Banshees with their Exarch as well, gives them the Spear. Bloodletters and the Chaos Lord just slicing up these Guardians of Farnir. Got their own Warlock on the way. 386 to 383, very close on the VPs. It's a decent kill of the week. Banshees tried to avoid it with Fleet. There's a Warp Throw to shut down the Havocs. Bloodletters not responding here. Here we go. CSM moving up a bit as well. Chaos Lord running though. Bloodletters under that worship, of course, getting some health and energy regen. Quite a lot of it actually. Get 10 health per second, I believe. And under Nurgle worship they get 15 health per second, demons. Not sure how much energy they get, but quite a lot, and quite very, very useful for Bloodletters to have a bunch of energy coming in for their teleports and stuff. These are blood sacrifice Bloodletters here, so they will dissipate. Spawned from a Chaos Lord global. Meanwhile, King of Python's Chaos Lord runs. Tried to make some moves up the west side, but found a Wraith Lord. We have Plague Marines up, and Pythons has lost some heretics along the way. And there's the Wraith Lord in the mid for dice roll. Big old Ghostglaive sword. Has that wrist-mounted catapult, can also get a shoulder-mounted specialized weapon. But no sign of it yet. Don't have to rush the upgrade on your walkers. You tend to die quite fast. We'll see how it does. It's only really the Plague Marines at the moment that can touch it with their missile launcher. They're on the POW. This POW's been completely bashed here. Witchblade of Kurnus for Farnir. Going for the decap. Didn't finish capping though. Banshees yell and run. You can't suppress Bloodletters. It's a well-timed ethereal slash though. That was painful for the Bloodletters. Can they get away actually? Under worship now, they should be okay. They did make it out. That was Let the Galaxy Burn. For Pythons, with a nice assist. Meanwhile though, they are fully conceding the west side. Rangers decapping. Plague Marines sent packing back to base. They do operate quite well under suppression, and the Wraith Lord has got a Shuriken Cannon upgrade. A scary amount of piercing DPS. Almost 47. Pretty nuts. Doesn't lose melee resistance as well. Very good anti-infantry ranged weapon. Chaos Lord runs. Should be okay, I think. Banshees are chasing, but they don't get it done. 353 to 264. Double cap for Eldar. Nicely timed tier 3, I think, for Farnir. Just as they have the Chaos team on the back foot. Heretics getting caught. Was surprised that King of Pythons decided to go double grenade launcher heretics. I think keeping some melee fellas around would have been worthwhile. Banshees with the distortion field up. That's a global buff from the Warlock, giving them ranged damage reduction, or resistance rather. See those red buff circles? That's because they are close to the Plague Marines, which slow you down. Just from sheer stench. Kicking off back here though. Zevargel comes for the assist, but they get caught on the flank. Down goes the Chaos Lord. Got a sync kill from the Walk Spider Exarch there, I think, in melee, which is quite fun. There's some power melee damage, I believe. He gets power blades. Yeah. Almost 40 power melee just on that Walk Spider Exarch. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good indeed. Autarch drops in. Probably about as much power melee damage as she starts with. Are they going to get this Wraith Lord? Plague Marines are chasing. Autarch can't chase them both up, but does get a good jump there. One more shot though against the Wraith Lord. Just some bolter fire might get it actually. Oh, it's regenerating. It does have that Wraith Bone. Can they get a shot? Can they get close enough for it? Here comes the Warlock, but it's not in time. The Wraith Lord does go down. And they spent on that cannon. I really think you should wait for those shoulder-mounted cannon upgrades for the Wraith Lord. Unless you desperately need the anti-vehicle Bright Lance, of course. Dreadnought on the way for both Chaos players. Awesome. Farnir into the tier 3. Could see a Fire Prism soon, if they indeed want one. Plague Marines under Khorne Worship can do some good work for you, chasing vehicles. They got the speed bonus from the Khorne Worship and of course the slow from their missile launcher. Guardians grabbing mid. The west side is still very blue. In fact, the whole map looks pretty blue right now. They've completely bashed and capped the power on this side. Double. Red team in big trouble here. These dreadnoughts need to really pull their weight. Doom blast and run. Now they meet the dreadnought. Gonna get haywired immediately, I think. No. Oh, there he is. I thought they didn't have the energy to throw it. They'd already thrown it. Gotta avoid the grenades, of course. These guys trying to get in behind stuff. Maybe force some melee. Looks like the CSM are trying to do that. Nope. They're just getting really close before they start shooting, which is a bit odd. Double cap steal, 353 to 70. Big lead for the Eldar, and here comes an Avatar of Cain for Farnir. In the mid, these guys did eventually get the cap. Not sure what took them so long. Oh, the Dreadnought probably lost a bunch of health already. Got a melee attack in there. did it lose health from? Not sure actually. Maybe the Banshees fought it a bit. Because it won't have melee resistance in its default state with the autocannon and the claw. 353 to 34, 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. For those of you wondering, perhaps you're new, what the hell melee resistance is. It's a 40% damage resist against melee attacks, which many units have in the game, but mostly melee units, although most Marines also have it, like these fellas. Avatar is going to hit the field pretty soon. I mean, they have the double Plague Marines to slow it down, do some decent damage. Bloodletters could do a lot of damage when Avatar in melee. But how long could they stay in melee for? Here's some more Havocs. Both of those players lost Havocs, but they're grabbing the mid, and they're going to get a 2-to-1 cap. Rangers being sneaky. In fact, everything being sneaky here, thanks to the hollow fields. There's the 2-to-1, down to 20 VPs though. That is a tough ask. They've got to make up 320. Here's the Avatar. Super unit for Eldar. Powerful in combat, also provides some awesome passive buffs to nearby allied infantry. Bloodletters with the worship can shrug off the warp spider attacks. Mostly anyway. We already have a Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. What about the other one? Other one is also getting Mark of Khorne. Big fights here. Avatar taking swings at the Chaos Lord itself. Banshees yelling. Can Chaos hold them off here? Wrath of Cain, I don't know if they can. Double Plague Marines getting the missiles. There's the Dreadnought. Blood Rage instantly gets haywired so it can't attack anymore. The other one is also Blood Raging. Blood Rage gives them more damage, more speed, more damage resistance, but you lose control of the Dreadnought, which can backfire. The duration of it was shortened though a while ago now, so typically you can time it okay to not have it smack your own stuff. Eldar grabbed the mid during that. 318 to 15. There's the 1-to-1. Looks like something's grabbing the Eldar's natural. It's some sneaky Chaos Space Marines from Pythons. Just decap the mid and wants to deal with these Guardians now. The Avatar does get away. Are we going to see some Mark of Tzeentch CSM then? We do see some from Zevargel. They'll do a lot of damage to the Avatar. If they're allowed to plant their feet and shoot, that is. These guys grab the VP and run. Well, back away. Going to get a triple cap here, Chaos Team. Another Avatar for dice roll. Maybe they pushed a little bit too aggressively there, the Eldar. Needed to be a bit more nuanced with their attack, maybe. Maybe just double the mid instead of trying to split like that. Lead with the Avatars. Jump in the Autarch. Send in the Banshees. Keep your ranged stuff back. These guys could teleport in and tie up the Havocs, maybe. Got to time that carefully, though. Bloodletters. I think the Bloodletters are likely to go after the Avatars still. Do we have any more Mark of Tzeentch? No more Mark of Tzeentch. Plague Marines need to be tied up. But that's going to be tough. Autarch could jump on one of them. Don't really want to send the Banshees in because they're going to explode on death and all that good stuff. Warlocks. What can the Warlocks do? Well, Dice Roll has no war gear. But this guy with Providence, Witchblade of Kurnus, and Warp Throw could do a huge amount in a fight. A huge amount. Could be the key here. How Farnir uses those abilities. What about you fellas? Nothing new for Pythons. Zevargel. Same loadout. Minus the Dark Halo. Eldar trying to cap up and stabilize the west side. There's the remains of that Wraith Lord. What is this? Just the Havocs. Got some fresh heretics up here for Pythons. And some more Bloodletters for Zevargel. Do they want to engage here? With the Avatar up, I think they should engage. Isolated some of Python's stuff here, actually. Eldar are biding their time now. 188 to 15. The next attack could be vital. Looks like they're just going in here. dice roll. That was Malignant Blindness going up and a Armor of the Inferno. Malignant Blindness is a global that makes your enemies blind, hence the name. Autark does jump in, but jumps into more Havocs. Does get away though, she has her spear, grenade goes in. Lots of focus on the double Mark of Khorne Dreadnoughts that Zevargel has. Awesome. Can they deal with this? It's a lot of vehicle armor to chew through with only an Avatar and a Haywire. I don't think the Banshees want to fight them very much. Decent grenade. I think, yeah, one of the Bloodletters phased out for that. Eldar rebuffed. All that fancy Warlock stuff doesn't help you against a Dreadnought, does it? Can't warp through those things. This Avatar, I think, might go down. Plague Marines need to keep moving, though. Looks like the Heretics are trying to catch up to try and affect things with their worship, but they might have started moving up a bit too late. 143 to 15. Fire Prism now for Farnir. Eldar just hitting a brick wall because of these Dreadnoughts. Need some Fire Dragons or something. Not sure what dice roll is waiting for. Maybe they want their own Fire Prism here. We do have one for Farnir now. That'll help get through the Dreadnoughts, but they're not exactly known for huge amounts of like raw DPS Fire Prisms. More about that super long range and the disruption from their dispersed beam. Although the focused beam does pack a punch, it'll sure help. Level 5 Chaos Lord maybe makes it away. Oh, got a speed buff from the Autark's jump, and down goes that Chaos Lord. Big fight in the mid now. Banshee's yelling. 3 Mark of Khorne Dreadnoughts in there. That is pretty fierce. Mark of Tzeentch CSM are getting attacks on the Avatar. Avatar's backing away. Haywire went in there. Fire Prism goes down. Didn't last long. The double Plague Marines, I think, got it. Guardians, meanwhile, trying to cap the mid. Those Dreadnoughts are freaking awesome. Love it. Doom Blast from these brave Heretics. And we're going to see Bloodletters spawn. Bad news for those Banshees that remain. Might be time for those Heretics to run, though. Single cap for Eldar. There's the 1-to-1. Stops it at 3. For the Chaos team, they're cutting it close. Eldar aren't winning these fights, but they are buying enough time to get decaps and stuff here and there. It might be time to throw everything mid and sneak the Eastern VP. Although Zevargel's wise to it, they're setting up Havocs here. Seer Council now for dice roll. Another Fire Prism, this time for Farnir. Oh, they had the first one, didn't they? It was this purple shade, that's for sure. Both Avatars still around. And they are doing work. But when you got 3 Dreadnoughts, Mark of Khorne running in on them. 4 now. 4th one on the way. Have any of them leveled though? This one's level 2. That's awesome. Just didn't get enough anti-vehicle up, these guys. Yet, anyway. They still have 100 VPs or so. Seer Council, I don't think is going to help much against these Dreadnoughts. Will certainly rip through the infantry though. Maybe they can be used to tie up Plague Marines, but the Dreadnoughts are just going to have a field day, aren't they? They're going to love fighting the Seer Council. A Khorne Shrine in the mid for Pythons will spawn Bloodletters. There we see them. Big push from the west side. From both Eldar players. Massive fight here. Blood Rage. The Dreadnought was already haywired though. Lots of fire. Lots of rage. Bloodletters spawning off that thing. I don't see any Fire Prism shots coming in. Oh, they're coming from the left side of the screen. Over there, look. Chaos Lord just casually sets the VP on fire. Another Dreadnought comes in. Here come the Bloodletters too. Banshees forced off. Seer Council forced off. Providence up for the Warlock. They did take down one of the Dreadnoughts. Bloodletters teleporting on. Oh, double bloodletters teleporting on the Avatar. That's a lot of damage now. 69 to 3, 1-to-1 cap. Chaos taking the mid back though. Looks like the Avatar's going to be okay. Do they not have a melee charge, the bloodletters? Maybe they don't. I'm sure I've seen them charging around. Didn't seem to charge against the Avatar there. Warlock died on the mid. That was Farnir. Oh, they're both down actually. Yeah, it's not looking great for the Eldar. They really need to try to divide and conquer. But there's a Dreadnought and Havocs over there. Not going to be easy. Maybe they could have made more use of webways, but I just think it's a case of not taking the Dreadnought seriously enough. Not getting up your Bright Lancers, not getting up your Fire Dragons, not using Enhance or something on the Warlock to buff stuff. Autark, I think, is going to perish here. Just a hunch, down she goes. 36 to 3. Is there time even for another attack? They're not giving up. Warlock repurchased by Farnir. Again, could make a big difference to these fights with all that war gear. The last throw of the dice. We have Bloodmaw luck for the Chaos Lord. That'll help against the Seer Council. Seer Council getting in there. Blood Rage Dreadnought immediately smacks them around. And there's that sweeping doom. Such awesome knockback strength on that. Big fight here. Eldar desperately trying to get a decat. And I think they get it. There's the 1-to-1, 11 to 3. Eldritch almost wipes out the Havocs there. Was that the best place to put it, really? Could have put it on the mid and hit like 2 Dreadnoughts or something. Another Dreadnought falls. There's still 2 Avatars here. Seer Council run though. They got to keep these Avatars in here. They can't retreat them, I don't think. They can't afford to. Can anything cap the mid? Looks like the Warlock went for the Eastern natural VP of the Chaos team and died. Chaos Lord is capping the mid now. Avatars did indeed stay. Well, this one did. The other one is leaving. It's just not going to have time to heal up and get back. This one's going to go down though. The last throw of the dice I don't think was enough for Dice Roll and Farnir. Fire Prism. It's not bothering to move. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Wish I knew what they were saying in the chat there. Something tier 2 said Dice Roll, I think. 3 VPs remaining and the Chaos team take it. They just kind of turned the corner once these Dreadnoughts came out and the Eldar couldn't push through, couldn't punch through them. Needed the AV, didn't get it. Didn't get enough of it, that's for sure. I mean, what did they have really? The Wraith Lord went down quick. I don't think the Wraith Lord was even up when the Dreadnoughts were up. It was like just the Haywire and Banshee melee. I guess the Fire Prisms, but could have done a lot more. Could have done a lot more. Level 8 Chaos Lord here for Pythons. Level 5 for Zevargel. Had an Icon of Corn at the end. Both had the big old blood mauls. Level 3 Warlock and a level 5 Warlock. There you have it, guys. Was a fun 2v2 faction battle type thing. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.